Welcome back to From the Pages, the show that takes vintage magazines, body slams them onto the nostalgia mat, and drop kicks the pages into your soul daily. Today, we're cracking open a hot slice of early 90s pixel culture, GamePro's 16-bit video gaming, May 1992 edition. This is the kind of issue that sat perfectly between your Super Nintendo and your crumpled school papers, and it still smells faintly of plastic wrap and pizza rolls. This mag is packed with everything from gory previews to wholesome art apps with wrestling legends, fantasy quests, and a whole section of gameplay breakdowns. So detailed you'd think they were sacred Nintendo scrolls from the Temple of Sega. So grab your controller, turn that CRT brightness up to eye-melting levels, and let's dive deep. The Addams Family, TurboGrafx 16. Things kick off spooky with a review of The Addams Family, and this isn't your typical family-friendly platformer. It's a full-blown rescue mission through rooms filled with exploding toys, evil plants, and haunted aquariums. You play as Gomez, hopping through death traps in a tuxedo like a classy Mario with a mortgage. The mag praises the game's animations, the creepy yet fun level design, and drops classic pro tips like how to survive encounters with Granny's terrifying cooking. It even compares it to the Simpsons NES game, only better. Art Alive, Sega Genesis. Forget punching ninjas. Art Alive turns your Genesis into an art studio. You get stamps of Sonic, Toe Jam, and a color palette that would make Lisa Frank proud. I want to draw a house and have Sonic running past it. Go nuts. But there's a catch. It doesn't save your work. Once that power button clicks off, your Mona Lisa becomes digital dust. Still, for younger gamers or folks needing a break from alien laser fire, this was peak zen. Might and Magic 2, Isles of Terra, Sega Genesis. Let's get nerdy. This 8 megabyte RPG port drops you into the Isles of Terra with your own party of adventurers, ready to explore dungeons, cast spells, and face epic boss fights. With 7 islands, dozens of towns, and a battery-back save system, bless, this was the game that taught you patience and how to draw your own maps on graph paper. The article highlights the new menu system that simplifies commands with icons. Very user-friendly for anyone who didn't want to memorize 50 different Attack with Fireball Level 3 combinations. Splatterhouse 2 and Genesis. Rick is back, and he's got a mask that makes Jason look like a toddler in a Halloween costume. His girlfriend Jennifer is missing again. Seriously, someone get her a GPS. And he's cutting through 9 stages of monsters and mutant nightmares. This is pure B-movie horror turned into a side-scrolling beat-em-up. The article doesn't shy away from how gory and unapologetically gross this game is. One moment, you're smashing slug monsters with a 2x4. The next, you're knee-deep in blood puddles fighting a demon baby boss that looks like it escaped from an 80s metal album cover. Super WrestleMania. The main event. Hulk Hogan, Macho Man, Jake the Snake, Sid Justice, Earthquake, and the Legion of Doom are all here in digital form, ready to slam, suplex, and leg drop their way into your living room. The preview breaks down the graphics, the movesets, and the entrance animations. This wasn't quite No Mercy on N64, but for the 16-bit era, it was like WrestleMania in your hands. You know, you couldn't throw someone through a flaming table, but you could drop an elbow and celebrate like a boss. And yes, it had that iconic 16-bit version of the WWF theme song, Goosebumps. Other titles that get love. Pigskin Football, a medieval sports game that's part football, part fist fight. You could bribe the ref, you could burn down the scoreboard, you could live. Vampire Killer. The grandson of Van Helsing fights his way through towns infested with vamps. This is gothic Castlevania meets horror B-movie energy. Garlic not included. Lord of the Rings Volume 1, Lance before Peter Jackson, before Elijah Wood's wide-eyed stares, there was this RPG trying to turn Tolkien's world into 16-bit action. It's ambitious, clunky, and charming in all the right ways. Now, we can't forget the ads, the glorious, over-designed, neon-drenched artifacts of early 90s marketing. Here's what caught our eye. A Genesis plus TurboGrafx console bundles. Bring the arcade home, they screamed with screenshots showing flawless action and wild promises. Never mind the fact that half your time was spent blowing into cartridges. GamePro subscription offers, they really knew how to hook kids. Exclusive cheat sheets, free bonus posters, and the legendary "will make you a power player" pitch. For just a few bucks, you too could be a GamePro insider. Hint book mail-ins. You could send actual money through the mail to get cheat codes and secret moves. Before walkthroughs were just a YouTube search away, this was your Bible. Game counselor hotlines, paper-minute strategy lines where pros walked you through tough levels while your parents screamed about the phone bill. Worth every penny. Mail-order game clubs. Buy 4 games, get the 5th free, and maybe never you'll see it. These were the Columbia House of the gaming world. Some kids are probably still waiting on Boogerman. This issue is a perfect snapshot of what gaming felt like in 1992. You had wild ideas, bold games, mascots with attitude, and magazines that tried to cover it all in 60 glossy pages. Whether you were playing for high scores, exploring fantasy realms, or trying to make Sonic moonwalk and art alive, this mag had your back. So if you're feeling that nostalgic itch or just want to celebrate a time when 8 megabytes felt massive, then you're in the right place. Like, share, and subscribe, because tomorrow we're cracking open another relic from the golden age of games, wrestling, or whatever else we pull from the vault. This is From the Pages, where every day is retro and every mag is a power-up.